will continue to talk to the Democrats, but I think you could very well end up with a closed country for a period of time, and we'll take care of the military, we'll take care of Social Security, we'll take care of the things that we have to take care of. A lot of the things that Democrats fight for, which in many cases aren't very good things, will not be able to be paid. So we'll watch and see how they do with that.
It's a company aiming to maximize ownership of AVAX, which is a native token of Avalanche, just to confuse you a little more, the blockchain used by BlackRock and Visa. AVAX will be a NASDAQ listed, since it is the new name. Again, lots of different pieces to this for AgriForce Growing Systems.
And we're going to have a digital asset treasury for Avalanche. It's a smaller token in terms of market cap relative to the bigger ones. But lots of big corporate CTOs, Andrew, are picking up Avalanche as part of their story to tokenize their funds or potentially even tokenize their stocks.
We were just talking about BlackRock and Visa as examples of that.
JP Morgan.
And are they using that instead of Solana or Ethereum?
No, I think we believe in a multi-chain world, but I think what's interesting about Avalanche, they have something called subnets so that you can do some customization on the chain through the contract layering on the token. So it allows for people to sort of have their own digital fingerprint. I often say that Avalanche is like a Swiss Army knife of layer one, so it's got a lot of flexibility. So, but listen, we like the other tokens as well.
Right. Shake your faith. I mean, what's possible? 90's possible, I'm sure. I'm sure 80's. I'm sure 75 possible.
If you had your faith shaken, it would like domino into me, Joe. But I think it'd be very hard at this point to have my faith 100? Shaken. I mean, you say again?
You could easily go below 100 again.
I think it could go below 100, but I think it could also get to 150 fairly quickly. I'm not. Remember, you guys were kind enough to bring me on the show in October 2020. Where we made our first Bitcoin investment, and it was around 20,000. Yeah. And people lambasted us and said that it was internet magic money, and that we were not doing a service to our clients. So we went from 120 to 112 in 5 years, but we saw a lot of oscillation, a lot of volatility. I don't think the volatility is out of Bitcoin or other crypto assets, but what I do think is that there's way more demand. If you just look at the buying of the ETFs.
There are now more than 180 public companies that have added Bitcoin to their balance sheet, according to BitcoinTreasuries.net. That sounds like a lot.
It's a down payment. I think that number is going up. You know, some of these companies are those so-called DATs, digital asset treasuries, that just buy Bitcoin for their balance sheet. Mackenzie is right that momentum is somewhat fading. But on the other side of the balance sheet, you have a broader set of companies that, just like individuals, want to have 5 or 10% Bitcoin. Corporate number is going to double over the next year or so. The amount of Bitcoin on the balance sheets are going to go up. And I think there's an even bigger story in ETFs, where the flows, from my perspective, are set to accelerate strongly into Q4. So I am still feeling bullish about this market. I take this pullback as an opportunity and not a setback as we move into Q4.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And you know I come back with that video just to make you think. And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're hitting the Cash App. Also, go like and follow the TikTok. More videos to come. And remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And we have Trump preparing the minds for the government shutdown. And whether it's now or later, it's definitely going to happen. Because, of course, they have to move in this new financial system. And don't forget, ISO is due November of 2025. That's the deadline, unless they move it. They are ready to flip the switch on this new digital economy. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And we have Anthony Scaramucci goes all in on Avalanche, along with the big banks. And don't forget, this is a plan. It moves in phases. Now, Scaramucci does say that Bitcoin can go lower. But guys, we know we watch the Fed. And we also know it's time to build. 2026 to 2028 for humanity. It's going to be a rough road. But we're going to see the fourth industrial revolution move fast forward because they're going to move humanity out of the workforce and move the machines in. And the machines now have money. And of course, that's crypto. And crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. These cryptos are not for you. They're for the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then he also says that Bitcoin can go to 150. But again, we watch the Fed. And we have Matt Hogan says that we have over 180 Bitcoin treasuries and there's more to come. But don't forget, this is not going to end well. All this leverage, crypto is going to take the blame for the fall of this legacy market. And we already see it in stable coins. People are ditching fiat, going to these stable coins, and we know the central banks can make that run at any time. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, all the power will end back in their hands. Because remember, money is all about trust. And they control the minds, so of course, they control the trust. And then we have Trump on immigration. 100,000 for these H-1B visas for new applicants. And guys, we know again, this is all about the fourth industrial revolution because it's going to be less jobs. And then on top of it, people that are in the United States that are considered citizens are going to be getting universal basic income. So you're going to have to control the population. And immigrants have always been used either to get rid of the indigenous or come in and work for cheap. The underground economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Those tech jobs, especially when I was working, those tech jobs were paying over six figures. Only thing they had to do was get a H-1B in, and they'll pay them anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000, and they are excited. I've seen it with my own eyes. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have TikTok's algorithm being controlled by Oracle. That's right, guys. You heard that correct. And Oracle and these same big corporations are going to control TikTok. But of course, they're definitely going to rewrite that algorithm because China's definitely not going to let them have it. And of course, China sends us the junk while their people are learning how to build, learning the new technology, and keep our kids asleep dancing. And they're going to be dancing their way inside the metaverse where their life is going to be a real life video game. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
To build this stuff, to design this stuff, etc. Immigration is a part of that. Jensen, there have been some moves, some announcements over the past few days about that. How does that position the U.S., maybe the H-1B issue and the extra charge on top of that? How does that position the U.S. in terms of competitiveness? What are your thoughts on where we need to go?
We want all the brightest minds to come to the United States. And remember, immigration is the foundation of the American dream. And we represent the American dream. And so I think immigration is really important to our company and it's really important to our nation's future. And I'm glad to see President Trump making the moves he's making.
What kind of policy needs do we have?
I echo that. We need to get the smartest people in the country and streamlining that process and also sort of aligning financial incentives seems good to me.
President Trump announced plans late last week to impose a $100,000 fee on H-1B visas. These are used by corporations to bring highly skilled workers into the U.S. Some tech companies and banks scrambling over the weekend as a result of it. They're warning employees not to leave the United States or quickly return from overseas. Nobody seems to know what would happen to them. A White House official clarifying over the weekend that a one-time fee would only now apply to new H-1B applicants. That didn't stop all of the emails, not renewals or current visa holders, and won't apply to those granted visas back in 2025. Now, Amazon employs the most H-1B holders, more than 14,000. That's as of June.
Oracle is the publicly traded entity that's front and center in terms of being the lead company that will be owning TikTok along with these other private investors. And look, at the end of the day, it's clear the algorithm would be rewritten or they would be licensing it. That was a sticking point all along. So Oracle already has the data for TikTok in their data centers. So that part is already sorted out.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
Cryptoteacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books, It's Time to Re-Educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.